Often likened to motocross, jet ski or aquabike racing as it's called these days has vast appeal to thrill-seeking young aquanauts across the globe. Nowhere more so than here. A very warm welcome to the final round of the 2014 QMSF International Jet Ski Championship, Doha, Qatar. Doha is no stranger to world-ranking events in this adrenaline-soaked pastime. The UAM World Tour visits annually, and only last week, jet skis played a major role in the spectacular new Qatar Cup. From juniors to seniors and beginners, there's always a top lineup. Organised by QMSF's talented young management team, all events are conducted with a youthful enthusiasm and efficiency rare in powerboating these days. Everyone has a smile on their face, and that's how it should be. But, just like QMSF, Aquabike has had to earn its place on the world stage. When jet skis were launched more than 3 decades ago, they were dogged with bad press. Swimmers mowed down, other water users recklessly terrorised. Those days have thankfully gone. The sport has cleaned up its act, and Yusuf Abdulrazak is the current world champion.
I also raced the first round of the Qatar Championship, and I got first in that race, so it gives me a good position in the start, on the inside lane. So that will give me a good position, and hopefully we do good this race as well. We just came back from the UAE Championship, and Walid, was my main competitor there, and hopefully we have a good race together here as well. It's a very open course, so it's more about being reliable than being aggressive.
Do you have a plan for today's race?
To not break down.
Although the series doesn't count for world ranking points, everyone is happy to go head-to-head with the region's best, with the opportunity to get noticed. UAM Officer of the Day is Enrico Tonali, attempting to brighten up the scenery early in the day by introducing a new start procedure, a move not altogether approved by the rank and file.
When we are in the last 30 seconds, you are disqualified. When I move the flag, this is the start.
We can't start with the flag up. We can start again.
No! It's difficult to understand.
No, but the start, I have to start.
No, I decide the start, not you. I decide. What is the problem? On the end of the 30 seconds, this is the position of the flag. It's very difficult to understand. Do you have understood? Okay.
The problem in the start, they use like a Formula 1. They tell us like off the engine. When the flag is down, turn the engine on and go. And this is impossible because this is jet ski, pump. And some of them is not start quick. And some of them is you have to start it and you change the mode to sports mode. And you press the throttle to come the jet ski computer reads F, we can't run. Because if you start it and you press full, it's whoop. Will stop, and then like 2 seconds, and then they will go. It's not fair, but this is the rules, what we do.
While most riders accept keeping the sport innovative is a good thing, turning the key and hoping for the best when the flag goes down is simply not right. Scrutineering next. UAM officiated again, but altogether a more calmer affair. It's my job to check that every hull conforms to the rules as laid down by the Union Internationale Motor Nautique. And every engine has no illegal modifications, especially in the stock classes. I also ensure all safety gear is in place and that they also comply with the required international standards. Three featured classes for us in this programme: Ski F1, Runabout Stock and the Blue Ribbon event, Super Stock. Frenchman Ludovic Comont is the F1 favourite.
It's never finished until the finish flag, but I hope so. There is some new rider from Dubai today, so I know they are really fast because we raced yesterday in Abu Dhabi, and we had good fight during the race. And today's the race is like big course and flat water, so it might be a little bit different because it's more the engine which will make the difference instead of the pilot.
Meanwhile, back on the pontoon. Enrico's still trying to convince the locals. It's his theory, but will it stand up in practice? This is race 1 and it's ski 1. Just 4, but a quality lineup. Ludovic Comont, the clear favourites. A flag down and here they go. Comont number 2 with the early break. Now Farhan 8, almost beating him to it. But Qatar favourite Ali Al-Qaryouti didn't fire first time. He loses 30 or 40 metres. Saif Al-Falassi didn't fire at all. So it's a thumbs down so far for Enrico's new start line initiative. 2 survived, 2 most definitely did not. In fairness, you can't see where he's coming from, but as Waleed said earlier, maybe not appropriate the way these machines are set up at the moment. So the end of lap 1 then of the scheduled 15 minutes, Comont extending his lead over Kuwait rider Farhan, and about to lap Saif Al-Falassi, who's just starting. Al-Qaryouti 1-1-1, making some progress in 3rd, but still suffering from his early stutters. And way behind leader Comont now. The Frenchman domiciled in Abu Dhabi with another masterclass of deft changes in foot movement and weight distribution. Perfectly executed at each turn and making it look so easy. It is anything but, of course. 300 changes of leg position required during this short race alone. Each one precise in its requirement and timing. Classic example then for the 3 young riders with him in this competition. Last lap, Comont's lead over Farhan, just shy of 46 seconds. Al-Qaryouti 1-1-1, 2 minutes behind. No way back for either. Ludovic Comont weaves his wizardry unopposed to win this final race of the series, and with it, the 2014 title.
Not so many competitors today, and my ski was good. I think other competitor, one guy had a sprint on the start, so it was kind of easy for me today. I had to stay concentrated and not to make any mistake, but the race was nice, good, and it was funny because one guy who had a problem when I took him 1 lap, I had the video camera, so I just look at him and we kind of talked together during the race. That was nice.
The growth of Doha as a major global sports hub is no fluke. While the rest of the powerboat world pathetically blow their trumpets out of tune, one man, Sheikh Hassan Al Thani, is hitting the right notes. His passion for racing has lifted him to consecutive world titles in 2012 and 2013. And his new junior powerboat academy is a huge success.
Well, we've always wanted to have an entry level to the marine sports in all classes. So the idea came out of creating the new class, the new junior class of the Jetskis, which is a marathon race, and then create another different classes afterwards. So we have a huge list of participants who wanted to come in, do the marathon, or the Formula Future, or the junior hydro. So all those 3 classes that we have now in the QMSF are based or targeted to get the junior level entry into QMSF, and hopefully we'll have some world champions in the near future.
An ambitious plan and already enjoying massive success and copious accolades from all around the globe. As the great man says, the world's surface is 70% water. Let's race it. More international aquabike after this short break. Welcome back to Qatar, where not only does the sun shine most of the time, there's always a breeze somewhere and someone happy to make the most of it. Qatar, the consummate motherland of water sport. It's a beautiful day, and down south we continue our coverage from the UIM International Jetski Championship with the penultimate race. It's runabout stock, 9 runners and the favourite, Youssef Abdelrazak, world champion, 55. It's the outstanding start again, and Walid Al-Shashani with the whole shot. Problems again, though, for the other favourites, Al-Haydus 3 and Abdul Razak. Engines not firing instantly at the flag, losing valuable metres. Al-Haydus is 4th, Abdul Razak 6th. Long way back from there. Carida's new start arrangement still under scrutiny. Oddly enough, though, it is Shashani who was the one complaining most at the briefing, and he leads. 15-minute race, 2.2 kilometre circuit. Coming up to the end of lap 1. Shashani acknowledging his lead to friends and family, as is his way. Productive lap though for Al-Haydus, passing Comont and Ali Al-Angawi to take up second. Favourite Abdullah Razak from the back into third. Well, that's a supreme effort from the world champion. But how much did that take out of him? It could well come back to haunt him later in the race. An angle here demonstrating the physicality of riding at over 100 kilometres an hour in bumpy conditions. 15 minutes of incessant pounding on the body in this race. Then there's 20 minutes of the same coming up for most of them in an hour's time in the other race, the super stock. Comont was second at one point, currently now 4th. Already competed in the F1 ski we saw earlier, so that's good going. There he is, number 2. Walid Al-Shashani then paramount, still in front. He is a fascinating character, actually. Top international aquabike rider, accomplished sailor as well, picking up a silver medal at the Asian Games. Very, very focused, 100% committed to the sea. Can be feisty at times, but with great racecraft. Throws everything at every contest. This one especially, Al-Haydus's advances are ignored, even though his fellow Qatari rider appears to have marginal speed advantage in a straight line. Hamis Al-Hosni, by the way, 77, moves into the top 5 at the expense of Thamer Al-Dawish, number 2. Another rider from a crop of promising youngsters here in Qatar. Fastest lap times, by the way, Al-Shashani 1 minute 8.62 seconds, Al-Haydus 1 minute 7.23, Al-Hosni 1 minute 7.31. Oh, and the quickest, Abdul Razak 1 minute 6.04. Average speed between 74 and 80 kilometres an hour. Frenchman Comont now under attack from Oman's Al-Hosni. The Omani beginning to reel him in. Number 20, Al-Darwish, was 4th on the whole shot, the 3rd at one point, but he's moved down to 6th. Just over 2 minutes of the 15 left. There will be 2 more laps. Confirmation we had there, Hamis Al-Hosni up to 4th, Comont drops to 5th. A little tired maybe, but a long day for him. Confirmation of those times. As we drop back to Al-Hosni, there he is, 77. Progress up the leaderboard, halted for the moment. Abdul Razak is next target, almost 10 seconds ahead of him. The Omani will give it a bash, I'm sure. And finally, Al-Shashani creating a little space for himself. A little warning there too, maybe, to Mohammed Al-Haydus, who's been glued on his shirt tail since lap 1. Al-Shashani doesn't suffer last lap glory hunters. gap now between them over 3 seconds. Incidentally, there's an estimated 5,000 Akko bikes in regular use here in Qatar. Per capita, one of the highest in the world. 40 there. Al-Qaryouti has dropped another place to 7. Al-Qaryouti, it seems, has given up maybe catching Al-Shashani. And now with his rear view mirror occupied by Al-Qaryouti. The Kuwaiti narrowing the gap from 8 seconds to 4 in the last 3 kilometres. It's a final cast of the dice. Although catching Al-Qaryouti would be one thing, getting past would be something completely different. Al-Hosni watches on in 4th over 12 seconds astern, perhaps hoping for late pickings from the heat of battle ahead, and it does happen. Last lap's a very vulnerable time, especially under attack. Continually having to monitor wave patterns as well as other drivers. Up to 100 to 120 kilometers an hour in a straight line. 35 seconds, 35 meters every second. Average reaction time is 2 seconds. That's the time it takes your brain to engage and react. Any awkward water incident ahead is out of your control, and that can result in catastrophe. Last lap, Walid Al-Shashani already down the last stretch. Performance measured to perfection. He will win the final round of this year's Qatar International Runabout Stock Championship from Mohammed Al-Qaryouti and Yusuf Abdul Razak. Hamis Al-Hosni is 4th. And that's how it all finished up. Kelmont 5th, Al-Dawish 6th, and Walid Al-Shashani, one happy young man.
Feel good when I take first. I think I do good start, and it's a good race. You know, just yesterday I finished from the pro. I feel like the ski is sleeping, it's not too fast. And full throttle from beginning until the end, it's nothing, yeah. That's good, I win.
Alhamdulillah.
He's saying the race was pretty good. It was tough at the beginning. He started in 4th position and he was able to reach to 2nd. And once he reached 2nd, he thought he'd just try to keep his pace on the 2nd and try to finish the race in 2nd position.
Super stock final next. Al-Hosni enjoying, or perhaps should I say enduring, a warm-up. Most of the stock riders also compete in super stock. They are faster bikes and it's a longer race, 20 minutes. Same turnkey and pray start. And the lineup for the final race of the day. Yusuf Abdul Razak again the favourite, if he fires up first time, that is. So let's take a look. And here we go. Oh, Abdullah Jankar, number 46, first to show there, but Al-Shashani, winner of race 1, quick to douse his little fire. Once again, though, world champion Abdullah Razak is left standing. It's the same problem. 2 or 3 turns of the starter motor before his engine kicks in. Fractions of a second, that is, but at the rate these boys take off, that could be 60 or 70 metres. Another cracking haul shot from Walid Al-Shashani, 11, chased on this occasion by Hamis Al-Hosni, 77. Walid's brother Majid, 111, his 3rd. Maybe he had a massage too. 20-minute race, as we said, 2.2 kilometre circuit, 1 minute 6 or 1 minute 7 seconds per lap, averaging between 70 and 80 kilometres an hour. Just looking back there at Yusuf Abdul Razak, that was his start. The rest, well gone. Committed to concentration now. An 8-hour overnight drive, remember, to get here for today following the international race in Abu Dhabi yesterday. They will be tired. And as this race goes on, mistakes will be made. 3 kilometres completed then. Walid Al-Shashani still leads from Hamis Al-Hosni, 77. Majid Al-Shashani, 1-1-1. And Yusuf Abdul Razak is up to 4th, the number 12, as in race 1, incredibly picking up 5 places already. Number 3 is Al-Qaryouti. Oh, and problems there. Can't quite see who that was. It might have been Majid Al-Shashani. But that's your leader for sure. Almost 2 laps completed. Al-Hosni hovering behind. There he is. And Yusuf Abdul Razak is up to 3rd. He's on the roll. Left at the start again, you remember, having to go the long way around through the traffic. The quickest lap, though, so far. 1 minute, 5.72 seconds, and fastest of the weekend. Ludovic Comont there, and just looking back at his start, so it wasn't only Abdul Razak who was left eye on a limb at the start. Comont also failing to get away cleanly. 40. Ali Al-Angawi, Kuwait, 38 seconds off the pace in 5th. We often get asked how powerful these machines are. Well, they are Sea-Doo manufactured, 1200cc, 300 horsepower turbocharged engines that through a shaft drive a power pump, which in turn drives an impeller, which pushes water out of the back at 500 litres of water every second. Well, that's an incredible force, and that's why, power to weight, these are some of the fastest 0 to 80 km/h race machines in the world. Mohamed Al-Haydis, you saw there, not seeing too much of him. Second in the earlier race, 5th at the end of lap 1. In this one, now 4th at the expensive Majid Al-Shashani, so that was him, I think, we saw slowing down. Top 4, as you see, as you were, brother Waleed leads the way from Hamis Al-Hosni, 77, and world champion Yusuf Abdul Razak, number 12. Al-Hosni, 77, there he is, stuck in traffic. Abdul Razak, 12 seconds behind him, pulling an average of 4 seconds a lap out of that. And you may have just caught a glimpse of him at the bottom of your picture in the last shot. All or nothing now for the Kuwaiti. Tough in this company though, 30 corners per lap, some 90 degrees, some 120, even 180. Subtracting much of the top end power advantage and compensating it with short bursts. Constantly turning, left, right, a smooth race rhythm, the essential ingredient for a top rider, and difficult to find here. If you're not lucky to be out in front or in clear water, there is that small matter of 500 litres of water a second, pummeling your visor. By the way, 111 Majid Al-Shashani down to 8th. The dizzy heights of 3rd early on, a distant dream now. Top 4, as you saw there, Thamer Al-Darwish joining the upper circle in 5th. He was 7th after 2 laps. 12 laps completed. The brain start to succumb to the constant bombardment. Someone actually once said it's like being stuffed in the washing machine for a full hot wash, followed by a spin before being hung out on the line to dry. I wouldn't argue with that. Razak still catching up. Waleed Al-Shashani still leads, and quite a weekend for him after success in Abu Dhabi yesterday, the long drive overnight, rewarded with a win in the first race, and now on course for the double. About to lap his brother, Majid, number 111. 3 kilometers to go into survival mode after 36 hours non-stop. Into the last lap, Hamis Al-Hosni, just under 8 seconds behind him now with too much to do. Al-Shashani in survival mode, pumped to the gunnels with adrenaline and about to complete what will be a unique podium treble. 1 goal, and that goal achieved here with pride and achievement. Waleed Al-Shashani wins the Superstock final, and with it the 2014 international title. Hamis Al-Hosni finishing 2nd, Yusuf Abdul Razak 3rd.
I think 3rd time now I win, like 2 Qatar. I really want to be in ski, but yesterday in Abu Dhabi I bring 3rd and my bag is finished. I don't want to get too much tired. I don't want to hurt myself. So I leave the ski. I just joined stock and super stock, and it's very good. I bring first to both. Very nice.
Oh, actually, you know, it's first time we're starting this kind of start. We never been trying this one, but that's a new chance. So it was a good race, good challenge between me and Waleed, because we were really far away from the rest of the racer. Me, Waleed, I think, and Yusuf.
In both the 2 classes, stock and the open class, I started last because of the way it's the boat set up, you know. I think next race they should, you know, make you start ahead of time like the usual.
Did it help if I told you you had the fastest laps today?
I feel like I had the fastest laps, but you know, it's not enough. You know, the whole shot is very important, but still, like, you know, I came from back and got to third place, which is good, and it's a good practice for the World Championship next month.
A small suggestion, with the greatest respect to the OIM Officer of the Day, it may be best to consult the riders before foisting upon them new rules for which they were not prepared. Well, they didn't quite spoil what was a great day for QMSF's young team, but it could easily have done so. From me, Peter Butler, see you next time.